What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is feeling good this morning. So let's go ahead and get down, and I want to talk about this Marlon Wayans situation because he weighed in on the documentary that 50 Cent produced about Diddy, and he's not feeling it. Now, I want to say this, guys. I'm connected to a circle, and I'm not claiming to have all of this access to certain celebrities and things of that nature, but I'm doing well as it pertains to people actually hitting me up, talking to me, giving me information and things of that nature. And I can tell you there's a lot of people within hip hop that are having an issue, with 50 doing this doc. They think it's on some punk sucker SHIT. I'm telling you this right now, because what I'm gathering from the conversation I had last night is that people are pointing to the fact that 50 has had these same allegations against him that Diddy had. And basically he's been accused of DV against his baby moms. He's been even accused of R-ing his baby moms in Daphne Joy. And so a lot of people are like, yo, you're gonna jump behind this documentary when you've had these same allegations and things like that. Now, to 50's credit, we don't have a video circulating around like that disgusting video footage of Diddy actually putting paws and feet on Cassie at that hotel. So we don't know if it's true. It's all up in the air. It's accusations and allegations. But anyway, what I'm gonna do right here is slide this clip in real quick because this lady is talking about this in its entirety about the accusations dealing with 50, and then I'll be back.
50 Cent making Diddy documentaries like his own documentary ain't coming out next. Ever wonder what someone could do to make someone shoot them 9 different times? Look at 50 Cent's own history and them 9 shots start making a whole lot of sense. Now Netflix has the same guy making a documentary about Diddy's crimes against women. Let's look at what's in 50's own alleged history and see what might be in his documentary. So he's been accused of putting his hands on women more than once. Back in 2005, the mother of his first kid, Shaniqua Tompkins, said in court papers that he her and pushed her to the floor to force her to sign a document. He denied it. In 2013, the mother of another one of his sons, Daphne Joy, called the police on him. Cops showed up to a house with broken chandeliers, furniture, and a kicked-in bedroom door. She said he kicked her and hit her and assaulted her. He's also a pioneer of revenge. His most famous legal loss came from a woman named Lastonia Livingston. He got a hold of a private tape she made with her boyfriend and then added his own nasty commentary making fun of her body and posted it online to embarrass her and her baby daddy, Rick Ross. A jury heard how it almost made her want to kill herself and told him to pay her millions of dollars. His response, he wanted to suddenly file for bankruptcy right in the middle of it, trying to get out of paying her money. 50 Cent be out here cyberbullying and shaming people as a hobby. He posted graphic photo of Tierra Marie to his millions of followers with the caption, "Get the strap." She sued him. He called an ex-girlfriend a tatted up community P-word all on Instagram, which she then in turn accused him of beating her. When Megan Thee Stallion was testifying about what happened to her when she was shot, he was bullying her about it. He was mocking her about it. He also mocked a male assault victim. When Terry Crews gave powerful emotional testimony to the Senate about being by a Hollywood executive, 50 Cent's response was supposed to mean making fun of Terry Crews. In March 2024, his ex Daphne Joy came back with even heavier accusations, writing on Instagram, quote, "Let's put the real focus on your true evil actions of me and physically me," end quote. 50 Cent then sued her for defamation, and these are just things that we know about. Imagine what else is out there about 50 Cent. So it's just a little crazy that Netflix is paying this guy to make a documentary about a man when he's got a whole laundry list of accusations involving against women, revenge, and mocking survivors. Given 50's hands-on experience, maybe this isn't him just making a documentary for Netflix. Maybe he's just workshopping his own biopic.
All right, so we just heard what the young lady had to say about this situation. She did bring up some significant and factual points. Now, the Tierra Marie thing, I don't know about that because Tierra lost that lawsuit she had against 50, and she still owes 50 about $50,000 or more right now. But this is a conversation that a couple of hip-hop legends were having in a group chat yesterday, and I just happened to witness it. They did bring up some things about how many skeletons that are hiding deep within 50's closet as well. But anyway, let's move along and let's get to what Marlon Wayans had to say about his view on 50 producing this documentary, and then I'll be back.
We ain't baby all close.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look, Puff is
Nah. You working with
I've known
Pac?
Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
Who's telling the story, right? You can skew
People very close to the situation.
But you can create any narrative as a producer and as a director and as a storyteller. I can create a narrative. I could be like, you know what?
You have?
I could create a narrative.
Well, we
I
see,
could be
we
like,
see it all the time on reality shows. Like
Nah,
on
yeah,
reality
that's right.
shows.
Yeah,
That's
you-
how
you're
they're
still
creating
you
a
write a
narrative.
character. It doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's true. I can get interviews. I can do this. I can get footage, and I could make you think this about that person.
Nah, for sure, yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So for me, you know, I think, look, 50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's
Well,
between
people are saying 50's wrong for doing it, but 50's right for doing it. It's divided.
It's between him and Puff. And before it's between him and Puff, it's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down.
God is gonna.
If 50 ever luck turn up on 50, you know, that you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you.
All right, so we heard what Marlon had to say about the situation, and 50 got wind of it, of course, and this is what he posted on Instagram. So 50 posted this photo from the movie White Chicks, and he basically said, "Keep my name out your mouth, boy." Then Marlon hits back with this photo of 50 running away, and it says 12 years a slave, and then the caption says, "Now let's think about this, 50." All right, so it seems as though that Marlon is letting 50 know that he's up for the challenge and he's not backing down. So it's going to be interesting to see how far their little tussle goes. But anyway, I want to turn your attention to The Breakfast Club because Charlemagne asked a very, very valid question, and I believe I have an answer for it. So I'm going to insert the clip and then I'll be back.
If you, I mean, 50 just likes to troll anyway, but if you first watch just that little clip, it kind of sound like, oh, 50, your day is coming, you better relax. But then when you watch the full thing, it's like, oh, but he's a smart guy, whatever. But 50 Cent posted Marlon Wayans from White Chicks and said, "Keep my name out your mouth, boy." And then Marlon Wayans is coming back on Instagram too. You about to say something, Charla?
I was gonna, how come nobody ever says that when it's white producers? Like TMZ did docs on Diddy, there was docs on Hulu. How come they weren't
Peacock.
kicking? How come Peacock? How come they weren't kicking the person when they down? Why do we only say that when it's, you know, a black producer? And especially when you know 50 and Diddy got a personal issue.
All right, so you heard the question that Charlemagne asked, and I'm going to answer it. And this is just my personal opinion. I feel like throughout history, there has been a repetitive behavior where some people that are non-melanated have exuded this type of behavior. So it's expected. It's to be expected, right? And let's just say you don't expect anything like this to happen to you, right? When it does happen, 95% of us are not surprised that it did happen, right? But when it comes from your own, it's a different kind of thing. It's a different kind of feeling. And I think that's what a lot of people are alluding to here. And the reason why a lot of people are not rocking with 50 for getting behind this documentary. Now, me personally, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I could care less about 50 doing this documentary. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I am pretty sure when Diddy was tricking off Daphne Joy, that Diddy was around 50's son. Is his name Sayer? I think his name is Sayer. My pronunciation may be off, but anyway, I'm pretty sure that Diddy was around 50's son. And just imagine and try to visualize that as a father and what that looks like, knowing that Diddy is nothing but a monster and a demon. And so if you couple that with the long-standing beef that they had for so many years, and then when you take into account that 50 Cent never bought the story of how Chris Lighty passed away, because Chris Lighty played an integral part in Diddy's career and also 50's career. And so when Chris Lighty passed away, it was 50 who ordered a second autopsy because he couldn't believe it. And the word is on the street is that everybody is pointing the finger at Diddy. They feel like Diddy had Chris Lighty deleted, right? Because the initial cause of his passing was based off the fact they're saying that he deleted himself, but nobody bought that. Everybody always looked at Diddy. So you want to talk about Pac, you want to talk about Biggie, you want to talk about Craig Mack. I mean, nobody survives Diddy. Nobody survives Diddy almost. Very few do. So if you look at it from 50's perspective, and I'm not speaking for that man, he could be like, yo, you took my girl, you pimped her out, you're potentially around my son with all of that sinister activity. And then on top of that, you're probably responsible for the deletion of one of my best friends, my manager, and Chris Lighty. You got Pac up out of here. You got Biggie up out of here. You know, he's just like fed up with it. He felt like he needed to retaliate. And instead of taking it to the streets, he took it to Netflix. Now, one question that I would ask 50 to his face, man to man, would you have still released this documentary or been a part of the documentary if Diddy was still out? If he had evaded prison and he was still out, would you have still worked on a project and became one of the directors, not the director, excuse me, y'all, one of the producers of the film if Diddy was still out. Because I don't know, y'all, that part right there, I got to keep it 100. It's kind of funny to me because as a man, this is how I see it. If you got an issue with me, attack me while I'm out and I can respond, not while I'm locked up and my hands are tied and you know I can't do anything about it, right? So I do question that portion of it. But anyway, I'm just going to draw the line here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.